I have always been someone that loves anything that brings the outside in. I was that plant nerd and that nature nerd when I was a little kid who would fish out pond snails, keep them in a little bowl on my bedroom windowsill. I had an ant farm, a worm farm, I always had fish tanks, and yet houseplants have never really bloomed into this massive obsession for me. Not like I'm obsessed with growing plants in my tropical style garden outside. Up until very recently, this was the quality of houseplant that could enjoy life inside of my home. Now this Tradiscantia, actually this very plant has been featured on Gardener's World on the BBC here in the UK, where I shared with Monty Don how I take cuttings from this to create summer bedding in my garden. I don't think I'll be doing that from this particular plant that much longer. I have always struggled to maintain the health of my plants indoors. So I decided to set myself a challenge, a personal challenge. And there is always space to learn new things when it comes to plants. And for me, this year it was learning how to care responsibly for houseplants. And as part of my research at becoming a better houseplant keeper, I found a course on Skillshare. And Skillshare have actually sponsored this video. Now Skillshare is a fantastic online community where there are so many courses for you to learn new skills and upskill in a huge array of subjects. And the course that I found was by Christopher Griffin, and it's called Plants at Home, Uplifting Your Space and Spirit. And this course is fantastic. It just breaks down the process of caring for houseplants, all the way from selecting the right plants for your space to building a routine that helps me remember to care for these plants. Now Skillshare have actually provided a link which I'll put in the description of the video, and if you click on that link, the first 1,000 people to use the link will have access to a 1-month free trial to Skillshare. Again, that link is in the description of the video. Now, as part of that course, Christopher points out that you need to find the right plant for the right space, and it just seems so obvious to me now. I say that about plants in the garden all the time, but I haven't been applying it to my houseplants, which could be one reason why I've been struggling. And in selecting right plants for the right space, something inside of me is coming alive. This passion for plants that I have in my garden is starting to move indoors, and this could be dangerous because I have a lot of plants outside. I'm not sure I'll get away with having that many plants inside too. But plants like this Antherium, which is a cultivar called Jungle King, grow as epiphytes on trees in the rainforest, which, if you've subscribed to this channel, and if you don't, please do, you'll know is something I'm passionate about replicating in my garden here in the UK. I love shade-loving plants like this Crocodile Fern, which is named for its crocodile skin-looking leaves. I'm really starting to find my passion for plants and being able to apply it to houseplants, which is great because it's a whole different palette of plants for me to try. And if you're a subscriber to this channel and you've been growing houseplants for longer than me, tell me what you're growing and give me recommendations because I really want to explore this world. This one down the front is Syngonium, and this is beautiful. It's been one of the best growers for me. This silver streak reminds me of the iridescent leaves of begonias, which is one of my favourite genus of plants. And this Maranta with this pinstriped foliage. I've seen so many memes about people killing these, and I'm pleased to say that I've managed to get 4 or 5 new leaves out of mine. I'm going to say it, houseplants need more care than the plants in the garden. They're not divas. The people that can keep these super rare, humidity-loving houseplants alive and thriving, I respect you, and I've got a lot to learn from you. So where next? Now that I'm getting fired up about houseplants, what else am I going to do? Well, this one down the front is a Selaginella that's been growing under a glass dome. This is getting me really excited because this has been growing in here for maybe 4 or 5 months and it's been watered once. And a lot of the plants that I love are tropical rainforest floor plants that love high humidity. So this opens up a whole world of possibilities. Keep your eyes open because I think in the depths of winter, when the garden starts to slow down, I'm going to start experimenting with more houseplants inside of terrariums, maybe a paludarium. I'm super excited to have this whole new world to play with. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do grow houseplants and you recommend some for me, put them in the comments section below. Let's talk plants. I love it. I will see you all in the next video.